Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Welcome. I am Kat, the nurse flipper. That is Dalton being silly with a Cheeto face, So I'm a full-time reseller. I started full-time reselling to be home with him more. And we are actually at almost $20,000 for the month. So what I wanted to do today was go over all of our high dollar sales. Not all. I'm going to go over the top 25 sales over the last 2 months. They're going to be $100 and up today, all the way up to a $3,000 sale. So super excited to share this stuff with you. Definitely things to be on the lookout for. There are some multi-quantity sales. There are some individual sales, but all high profit in this video. So let's get started. All right, so here is the back door, so to speak, of our eBay sales. We are only at $145 today, but $4,771 for the week and close to $18,000 for the month. We are up 38% over the last 31 days, and we are at $38,765 for our 90-day total. So not too shabby here. And I'm going to show you the top 25 things that have sold in the last 2 months to make this much money. So this first one is definitely something you need to know. I actually have another one to list. This one sold in under a week. This is a Canon AE1 35mm SLR camera. This one was made in Japan. It does have the original book with it. I have another that has more accessories in a Canon bag that I expect to sell for more. Canon AE1s are excellent sellers. I did not test this, but I have bought and sold a lot of Canon AE1s, and I have never had one returned with any issues. This one I paid about $40 for. It sold for $97.49. So it's about a $40 profit, but I pay up for these because I know they sell very fast. And this one sold in under a week. And then here we have, hold on, let me get the top of it. This is a Native American Hopi warrior maiden kachina. This is by Andy Ricky. You can see I did put C. This one, I actually took a best offer on it, and it sold for $99. So I took an offer of 50% on this one. However, I was only about $20 in. So this one is about a $60 profit. You can see here it is signed by Andy Ricky, Warrior Maiden, as well as Hopi. And the C on this one was because the top, if you see there was a broken piece, and that is why we had C on it. But this is a great piece, and we did receive positive feedback. Did take about a year to sell, so some of the kachinas take a little bit longer to sell. If you missed my research video from Sunday, go check it out. That is on Native American jewelry, and a lot of them depict kachinas just like this one, and I am happy that this went to a collector. Next is a Chanel jewelry box. This one, I took a best offer of $100 on it. It is 14 by 8 by 6. I have shown this, and some of these you have seen in my what sold videos, but this is all just high dollar today. This one sold for $100. You can see I show it open because it did come with that dust bag, and it also has the drawer with the booklet new in the package. And I believe this is a limited Karl Lagerfeld dust bag, so it's a limited edition as well. I am only about $2 in, so this one is over an $80 profit. This one, now this is one that I think I short sold myself. This is a North Face Denali jacket. I paid up. I paid $50 at the thrift store down in Miami, but I knew it would sell fast. It was new with the tags. After fees, I only made about $35, so not a ton of profit, but it sold really fast. And $35 profit is decent, especially for a sale that happened in under a week. So watch out for North Face, especially new with tags. Most of the time you do have to pay up for them, but more times than not, it is worth it to pay up. All right, you're sitting here saying, Kat, you told me that this was all high dollar, and now you're showing me an $8 piece of ribbon. Well, my friends, if you see, this $8 piece of ribbon had 7 of them. So this was $56, and they actually bought all of this size and all of another I'm going to show you next. So this is simply Hermes ribbon off of a box. They bought 8, so that was $56. And then they also bought all of this one, which this one was $12.99. This one was longer. It was double the length, and they bought 5 of them. So this was $60. So those 2 ribbon orders for 11 pieces of ribbon, I did give them some free ribbon, were $115 sale on ribbon. So when you have these lower dollar items, but multi-quantity, it can pay off, especially if the same person buys them all. But even if the same person doesn't get them all, it's one listing and you are making profit off of that one listing over and over. So this one was actually close to $100 profit on pieces of ribbon. This one is also another multi-quantity. So this one was a Chanel necklace box. These are really, really small. This buyer bought 4, so it was close to $150 order for 4 little boxes. You can see the earring inserts there, the Chanel suede, and the book. Less than 3 inches. This is a tiny, tiny box, and 4 of them for over $100. I forgot to say on that last one too, I'm only $8 in, so that was about an $80 profit. So this one is another multi-quantity. This is another smaller box, 8 inches, and this buyer bought 5 of them at $32. It is almost $150 sale, and I am only like $5 to $10 in. So this is over a $75 profit on very, very small boxes. So really, really happy. There are going to be quite a few boxes in this top selling. If you missed the video, I will pop it up top. I bought over 2,000 designer boxes, and it has been an amazing, amazing investment so far. Up next is a teapot. I believe I showed this in my last What Sold video. This one I accepted a best offer of $95. Unfortunately, the little sugar bowl there got chipped, and I had to give them $5 more off. So it sold for $90. I paid about $20 for this. So this one's about a $60 profit after fees. I want to show you, it had a lot of crazing. I think I showed that in my What Sold video as well. And this one did take a little bit longer to sell, but still a decent profit. This piece is from one of my catch treasure hunting videos. I was so sad. If you see here in caps, it was missing the train. And when I brought this to the counter at the thrift store, the lady told me it had the train. A kid must have taken it off. So somebody took the train, moved it elsewhere in the thrift store, and it would have been worth close to $300 if I had the train, but I did not. So I actually got a discount on it. I only paid $8. It sold for $194, and it is about $140 profit. It sold in about 10 months. It did take a little bit longer to sell. And this was found in my catch treasure hunting videos, if you have missed them. So here you can see it says Yorkie Christmas Wonderland. Watch for these little dog species. The Danbury Mint dog species, also their Simpsons pieces can be really, really valuable. So definitely something to keep an eye out for. Up next is one. I only made about $40 on this. I accepted a lower offer, I believe around that $150 mark. And I did that because I think I overpaid. So it actually sold pretty fast in about a month. But I just got caught up in the bidding. And watch, though, for pearl necklaces. I will show you here. This is a 14 karat clasp. So even though it's not much gold on it, it was definitely worth it. I just got a little bit carried away. But watch for pearl necklaces, especially if they have sterling or gold clasps. Then we have this little poodle bracelet. This one, I accepted an offer a little under $200. The buyer had lost her dog, and I only paid $30 for this, so I did make over $100 profit. And it was sterling silver, and it was marked. It was not signed by the artisan. I couldn't find anything like this, so I did price it high. Again, I was only $30 in, so I was happy with a fast $100 profit. This little sucker took forever to sell. I had two of them. This one finally sold at $226. This is a Dresden pot. I only paid like 30 or 40 bucks for it, so it is over $100 profit. It was in impeccable condition. None of the flowers were chipped. We did use Instapack to pack this. So if you haven't checked out my Instapack video on how to pack some of these more fragile items, I will pop that up top for you. And this one was a great sale. Took a while to sell though, but good profit on it. Up next is the first of a Tiffany piece, and you actually are going to see a few more here in my top sales. Tiffany is one brand that I do like to pick up quite often. This is a Tiffany & Co. bracelet. I think I actually got this from Caroline, who is one of my main moderators in my chat. I bought it from her on Whatnot, I think for $100. I sold it for just over $200, so it's about an $80 profit. I did get positive feedback on this one. Didn't take about a few months to sell, so not too bad and a really good profit. So keep your eye out for Tiffany. Tiffany is something though you need to make sure. There are some fakes. You do need to check the quality. If you're not comfortable authenticating it yourself, please bring it to a jeweler to have them authenticate the piece. Here's another multi-quantity. So you see all these, like I said, $16 item. This was, the buyer bought 10 of them for $140. I am less than $14 in, well over $100 profit. These are simply Pier 1 silver charger plates, and I've made hundreds of dollars on these in less than 2 months. I actually had 60 of them available, and I believe we're down to about 30 now. All right, here's another multi-quantity. So a lot of multi-quantity this time, and I love them because it's a single listing. So this is an Hermes Paris. These boxes, the buyer bought, I believe, 5 of them. We sold out of these, so 10 sold. They bought 5, so it was just over $100 buy. I am only $5 to $10 in. It is about a $70 profit, and the boxes we have had just about 2 months now, so they are moving out fast for sure. Next is another Tiffany & Co. This is an ornament. I sent out an offer. This one sold for $260. I picked this up in an online auction for $50, so it's about $175 profit after fees. I think a lot of Tiffany ornaments, people don't think they're worth as much because they're not sterling, but that is not the case. There are a lot of Tiffany ornaments that are quite valuable. You can see here, I did pull a Tiffany box and bag from my inventory to make this a little set. Here you can see the Tiffany & Co. original sticker made in Slovenia. And we also showed here on the bottom the Tiffany Co. as well. This one sold in under a month, so it was a very fast seller. Next is this gorgeous large sterling amber cuff. Picked this up in an online auction for under $50. It sold for right at $300. So this is over a $200 profit. Took about 2.5 to 3 months to sell. There's the 925 stamp. You can see we zoom in on the amber and the back. This one was in immaculate condition. Really, really large piece of amber. I did get positive feedback on this. Watch for amber because the amber statement pieces can definitely be very valuable. All right, we are getting higher and higher, and we are up to our top 5. This is something I like to pick up that I think a lot of people pass by, and they do take a little longer to sell. This one took about a year, but I did accept a best offer close to the $300 mark. I only paid $20. This is over a $200 profit. It is a carved jade. They are peony flowers. You can see these big old flowers here. And this bonsai tree, and here's some rose quartz as well. So there are multiple different gemstones in here. A lot of people pass these up, guys. Don't pass them up. They're not all as valuable as this one. This one was so valuable because it had the larger flowers and the larger leaves. A lot of time you see smaller ones, but this one was a great sale and took right at a year to sell. Next, this is an okimono, Japanese. This is a bronze samurai warrior sculpture. It was by Toyo. I got this for under $20, guys. This is over a $300 profit. This thing is heavy. It was like no joke. So I identified this using Google Lens when I was researching an auction. And I will show you here on the bottom, there is that Toyo sticker. So I was actually able to confirm by WorthPoint as well by looking them up. If you're not familiar with WorthPoint, I'll pop a WorthPoint video up top for you. I use that site a lot for these one-off items that I don't see very often. And this one is another one that's well over a $200 profit, but it did take about a year to sell. Next is a Yadro. So I used to sell a lot of Yadro, but man, these things are a beast to ship. They are no joke. No joke. This one I got for under $100. I actually got a discount on it because it was broke. I did show this in one of my what sold videos. I will show you right here is where it was broke. I fixed it myself. The arm just like snapped off. It snapped off when I was picking it up, but this one still ended up well over a $300 profit. It did take about a year to sell, but just know that even if stuff is broken, has repairs, it will still sell. You just need to make sure you point that out. You can see my read here as well as me zooming in on that break, but still, it's still sold. It will still sell. And the next one you're going to see actually had a little bit of issues as well. All right, so the number 2 item is this gorgeous Tiffany Studio. This is a bronze slag glass leather holder with a grapevine pattern. Now, what I didn't put read in this title, but I will show you the defect here. You can see me zooming in. That slag glass is cracked on the front. The back piece was fine, and it isn't overly noticeable. Here is that Tiffany Studios New York inscription on the bottom, but if you go down to my description down here, you can see I did put please see photos. The front piece has a crack on the left side, but it is structurally intact. I bought this from an online auction for about $100. I sent out an offer of $682, and this one is close to a $500 profit on a single item. All right, the biggest sale, and this was actually over a $3,000 sale. I priced it so high because it was a custom for a buyer. This is the one that I drove to Miami to deliver them. They got about 20 boxes for well over $3,000. It was over a $2,500 profit. I drove down, delivered them to Miami. They ordered another $1,500 in boxes the day I got back. And amazing, amazing sale. So this one actually is well over a $2,500 profit. So what I did here is I just copied one of my other ones. I did not take new pictures, but down here in the description, I put 10 number 13 boxes, 311, 10 rain protection, 12 dust bags. So it actually was only 13 boxes and 12 dust bags for that $3,000. And this one was a great, great sale. Customer was happy. They bought $1,500 the next day. These boxes are paying off. If you get lucky like I did, buy them. If you have the chance, buy them. So that is the top sale for the last 2 months. All right, I hope you have enjoyed. There were a lot of boxes. There were a lot of multi-quantity listings, but I hope I showed you a good variety, gave you some ideas of stuff to look for, gave you a little bit better picture of what we sell to make so much. And if you're not already, you can follow my eBay store. It is in the links down below. It says check out all my links here. If you click that, you can go to my eBay store and you can follow it. That way you can see my new listings, you can filter it, see what I've been selling before I do these videos. I appreciate you watching so much. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you on the next one.